What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name's Connor and I'm a third-year medical student at the University of Limerick in Limerick, Ireland. So you're probably wondering why the channel has the name Crank in it, and I should probably explain that. So my name's Connor, as I mentioned, and my last name's Rankin, and combining the C and the Rankin together kind of just became a nickname for me as I grew up. So people would call me Crankin or Crank, and it kind of just stuck, and throughout my university years especially, that kind of just was a name that I adopted. So yeah, for now this channel is going to be named CrankLife, and I hope one day I could adopt the name Dr. Crank. Now, we got some of the questions that come with creating any YouTube channel is, why am I doing this? What's my inspiration to do this? To be honest, this is far out of my comfort zone, but it's also something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm in a unique situation being in medical school in another country, and not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to do that, and I do feel really lucky to be doing what I'm doing, and in the most non-cliche possible, I do feel blessed. So I guess I thought, because of my location studying in Ireland and being able to travel throughout Europe throughout some of my breaks in medical school, I thought it was cool to kind of document my journey and what I'm going through. And I guess to answer that question, being a medical student, there's inevitably going to be some medical aspects to this channel, including, what I'm going through on a day-to-day basis, whether it be in the hospital or the clinics, and maybe about some interesting patient cases I've come across, respecting confidentiality, of course, always, and keeping things anonymous. However, I want to be a bit different than some of the medical channels out there, particularly some of the ones that medical students create. I think a lot of the channels that the medical students are currently creating are great, whether that's their day-to-day life, interviewing current doctors. However, if I had to be honest, I think some of them are partially exaggerated, especially being a medical student myself. I kind of know what the day-to-day life typically is. I think a lot of these channels don't emphasize the work-life balance aspect of being a medical student and some of the fun things that you can really do in your free time. I think filming a video of the day-to-day life of a medical student is a fantastic idea. However, I think it's important to be realistic as well. Some of these channels have students waking up at 3 a.m. for a 4 a.m. study start before their clinical rotations that start at 8 a.m. And to be honest, this often isn't feasible or realistic, especially how fatiguing medical school can be. And I think it's important to show the true aspect of what medical school actually is and the kind of work-life balance that you can have with it, especially me being in Europe and being able to travel to so many different countries in my free time, on weekends that I have off, etc. So yeah, I want this channel to encompass what my lifestyle is like as a medical student. And I'm not saying this is the lifestyle that everyone has. And as I've already mentioned, I am blessed to be able to do what I'm doing, and being able to study medical school in another part of the world is not a luxury that everyone has. But I hope to bring you along the journey and show you some of the more fun aspects of medical school that I have. However, me talking about how other channels might potentially a little over-exaggerate what the medical school lifestyle is in the other way, I don't want to over-exaggerate what the typical day in the life is of a medical student, showing all these traveling videos and acting like I do this on an everyday basis. There's a lot of grinding and commitment that comes to being a medical student, and although I want to highlight some of the more fun aspects of my life, there inevitably will be some of the harder aspects of my life in these videos. However, it's not quite my style to take videos of me studying and show that kind of content, but I do want to give a realistic perspective of what it actually is to be a medical student in my position. I think lastly, it's important to talk about me, because a lot of you don't really know who I am, and I think it's important to show my journey and how I got to medical school. And I think specific questions about me could potentially be asked at a later date, whether that's through a Q&A or whatever. But I think for now it's important to talk about how I got to this point in my life and my journey. So I attended my first 4 years of high school at my local high school in my hometown of Canada, Ontario, Canada. And after that, I actually had a hockey scholarship to a school in Quebec called Stansted College, where I attended my last 2 years of high school and played on their hockey team at the same time. Growing up, I loved sports, but my number one sport was always hockey. I started skating when I was 4 years old and basically played competitive hockey throughout my entire time playing. I moved 4 hours away from home to attend school there with the hopes of, progressing my hockey career and potentially getting an NCAA Division I scholarship. Unfortunately, as anyone in hockey knows, 99.999% of people in hockey do not make the NHL, and the road stops for everyone at some point. Although my journey in hockey didn't in fact end at San Jose College, I didn't get the NCAA Division I scholarship I wanted. I decided to further my hockey career playing junior A hockey after high school. In my first year, I started in an Ottawa-based Junior A league where I played for the team that I was drafted by. Partway through the season, I got traded to a team in New Jersey, and I played in a New Jersey-based Junior A league. More or less, I wasn't happy with the way things were in New Jersey and my living situation there, so I decided to move back to the Ottawa-based Junior A league where I started. The following year, I played for 2 more Junior A teams, after which I decided that I finally was going to end my hockey career and attend school. I then attended Western University in London, Ontario, Canada, purely for academics, where I got a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology degree. To be honest, I absolutely loved kinesiology, and I believe it was the right degree for me. I'd always had a passion for the human body, and I'd always been interested in medicine, as cliche as it sounds, and I kind of knew this was what I wanted to do for a long time, but after enjoying my degree so much and learning as much as I did about the human body, I realized that I wanted to continue that in a medical degree. And the first time around, I spent a whole summer studying for the MCAT, worked really hard, and unfortunately did not get into medical school the first time applying. So I decided to take a year off, do some volunteering and some other work, and try again. On my second year of applying to Canadian medical schools, I actually didn't get in again. This is really hard for me, but at the same time, I think I knew how competitive Canadian medical school is, and I think a lot of the people who are watching this video who have been through that process of applying, including people that actually did get accepted, could still vouch that it is a very difficult thing to get into. I was keen to do whatever it took to study medicine and embark on this medicine journey which I'm on right now. So I know my path to getting into medical school might be a bit different than some other people watching. Don't be too discouraged with yourself and keep pushing, and if it's something you really want to do, you'll try and make it work. But I think in general, I'm a guy that's very social, definitely loves doing things outside of medicine as much as I do have a passion for medicine as well. I like hanging with friends. I love sports. I grew up playing sports my whole life. Like I talked about my hockey journey, but I also love golf. I try to golf as much as I can. Luckily, I live in Ireland where there's basically year-round golf, although the conditions are a bit different in the winter. I am lucky that I can continue to golf here. I like to be active, go to the gym, work out. And as cliche as it sounds, I'm kind of like a live the life to the fullest kind of guy. I like to have as much fun as I possibly can. I like to consider myself pretty outgoing. So that's a little bit about me, but as mentioned, more about me at another date. And as you can see, it's kind of getting dark here in Ireland. This time of year in November, it gets dark pretty early, so something that's not super ideal, but that's winter for you. But for now, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and, you know, following me on my journey. More videos to come. I'm going to include some clips from earlier this semester at the end of this video, and the next video that will be out will be a trip with my parents. But yeah, I think you guys will enjoy it anyway. We saw some really cool areas of Ireland, so I'm excited to share that with you. A lot of that video was also formed in portrait, but again, be nice. I was a beginner, didn't really know what I was doing at the time, and I didn't really know what the videos were going to be for. Thank you guys again for watching this and in following this journey, and we'll see you next time. Peace. What up, guys? We're at the U21 Lacrosse World Championships right now. We got Canada versus USA. Of all places, this is in Limerick, Ireland, where I happen to live. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I played a bit of box back in the day. Obviously, this is going to be field lacrosse. I played a bit of field lacrosse in high school too, so excited to see people whack each other, and let's get after it. All right, well, you know you're a Canadian in Ireland when you're throwing American football. Not at halftime watching a lacrosse game. Boys are down 7-5 now. It's gut check time against the US. Let's go. Big things in the second half here. Tough out for the boys here. Unfortunately, 12-10. What can you do?
I'm just going through this.
All right, we're in beautiful Clare Glens. Nice little hike here. Look at the view in the background. Of course, Simon's the view. Forget about everything else here. That's Tarzan. He was going on this thing here. Here we go. You can just get support my body weight, Austin?
Yeah, you're good.
Dude, this is gonna fall. There's no shot. Grab it higher if you can. Give us a bit of a sweep. Oh yeah. Woo! Yeah. Lads just went in the glacier water. Not glacier. It was cold though. We're wimps, but what can you do? It was refreshing. I'm just heading to the golf course right now. I think I mentioned in my first intro video that I'm a pretty big golfer. So yeah, I don't have my regular buddy who films me today golfing with me, but I'm trying to get some shots of the course for you guys. Probably won't be a lot of action of me swinging the club. Hopefully another time I'll show you guys a bit more about how much I suck at golf. Kidding, I'm not bad, I'm not good. I say you guys right now, like I have so many followers. Maybe by the time this video gets out, a couple of you guys will want to know what I'm doing and pay attention to my videos. So all the love and support is appreciated always. Let's go, Big Eagle. Till next time.